Hi, my name is Anderson, and today I'll be discussing the construction of identity and cultural otherness in Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi, a comic novel that documents her journey through the Iranian Revolution. Persepolis demonstrates Marjane's process of constructing her self identity during and after Iranian Revolution. Despite being an Iranian, Marjane experiences cultural otherness because she struggles to identify her role in society due to her family, culture, and religious background, which are all interconnected together in her life. In the third panel of page 13, the author uses juxtaposition to foreshadow that Marjane's identity will not be singular, but rather it is constructed through different practices, experiences, and backgrounds. The author the author puts two figures that Marjane admires together, Karl Marx and God. However, these two figures have contrasting connotations. Marx is an atheist. He developed multiple social and political theories. Therefore, he symbolizes the secular, privileged environment Marjane grew up in. On the other hand, God symbolizes the religious part of Marjane. This connection between the two contrasting figures in one frame foreshadows how Marjane's identity will not be fixed when she grows up. Also, she could barely distinguish between God and Marx except for their appearances. This shows how she didn't realize her problem with attaching to one characteristic at that time, as she remembers. It was funny to see how much Marx and God looked alike each other, though Marx's hair was a bit curlier. By showing Marjane's unawareness to her identity struggles as a child, the author can more effectively depict her progressive realization about identity later on when she grows up, and how identity slowly becomes a struggle for her. As Marjane grows up, she begins to experience cultural otherness. In panel 4 of page 52, Marjane learns that Lally's father went to political prison, but Marjane's father has never had these experiences. In panel 4, Lally is portrayed as a physically bigger character than Marjane, symbolizing that Lally's father's heroic background raised her status, as if her family were the true Iranians who fought for their country. On page 86, in panel 2, Marjane experiences another alienation as her teacher doesn't seem pleased with her objective report on the war, but was touched by Part, Pardis' story about her father, who is a martyr. We can notice how Marjane slowly loses her objectivity and independent thinking, leaning toward nationalistic thinking after several experiences with alienation. In the last panel of page 94, Marjane's mother criticizes that the country is known for war and martyrs. She believes that people should not sacrifice their lives too easily for the country. They should lower their heads and let it pass. From Marjane's perspective, that is not what she was taught at school. She believes the act of avoiding sacrifices is the philosophy of resignation and a symbol of weakness. Marjane wanted to fit in at school, so her ideologies are easily influenced by her classmates and teacher. The problem is, Marjane can never fit in. On page 94, the author shows how Marjane's mother is more worried about her hair than the martyrs of the day. Metaphorically, the author creates a distance between Marjane's family and the war that is happening, ultimately demonstrating that Marjane has always been an outsider of the issue, unlike her other Iranian friends. So Marjane's ideologies are oftentimes paradoxical. She was grown up in a secular environment, yet she believed she was religious. This makes her struggle to attach to one identity or characteristic, since her characteristics are sometimes contradictory. She can only temporarily attach to one identity, such as switching from being objective to being nationalistic. This temporary attachment is a result of her experiences with alienation and cultural otherness. Thank you.